Hello guys and welcome to another video here on the Mad Chili channel. Today, it's VRS sprint time. I've left it a bit late this week. It's the Monday, last day before the end of the week. I haven't really done much iRacing this week as I kind of took a week to just do flight simming. I've done absolutely tons of it. I haven't actually streamed or recorded any of it, but I've just done tons of it. So, haven't done much iRacing. I did the NASCAR iRacing series at Daytona. I didn't want to stream that because it was difficult enough piloting that cup car as it is. I was quite slow in the cup car because I didn't want to spin it out or anything, so I finished quite low down. But we gained a ton of safety rating. It was a pretty good race. And I thought, today don't really fancy much more flight simming, and haven't done a VRS sprint this week. Now participation, I'm not doing it for that because I could actually get all 8 weeks if I did next week, but I can't do next week because it's at Bathurst and I don't own Bathurst. Just a little note as well, I don't think we'll see much. We won't see much content on the channel next week, as iRacing doesn't seem to be particularly lucky with the tracks.
All clear, push now. Okay, Morgan, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
Other than the NASCAR series being at Homestead, which is just an oval, I can't actually do a lot of weeks because the IMSA Pilot Challenge is a track I don't know, and
The track temperature is falling. It's now 23 Celsius.
So the IMSA Pilot Challenge is at a track that I don't own. The VRS is at a track I don't own. I don't want to do IMSA GTE. I only want to do GT3, and I don't own one of the GT3s in that series yet. And the Ferrari GT3 Challenge is at Long Beach. Rolling Start, Long Beach, Class D, GT3s. You're basically just asking for lose safety rating there. I saw the clips from IMSA when they went to Long Beach, and that's Class B, and it looks insane. So, I don't think Long Beach is going to be very good. And then the Touring Car Challenge is probably my least favourite track in the entire world, Oran Park. So, none of that either. Now, in terms of my pace around Sebring, it's terrible. I have no idea why. My best ever lap is a 1.5, and in practice just now I was doing a lot of 1.7s. That is on race fuel. I haven't done any laps of qualifying fuel, so these laps will probably be a new best. Just stands the fact that the car is carrying way less fuel. Now, part of the reason for the low speed is the crazy racing lines around Sebring. Another one is also the Audi doesn't appear to be the strongest car around here. It seems as if the McLaren is actually quite a bit above the rest of the other cars. I've seen YouTube clips from a few top splits this week, and they are practically McLaren Cups. So, obviously I don't own the McLaren, so we're taking the Audi out. It doesn't make too much of a difference what car you drive anyway. It just means that maybe you can't get those last few tenths of a second out of the car, but it doesn't really matter. Doing this race for fun anyway. I still haven't quite got to grips with the racing lines around Sebring, because they are a bit crazy. There's some corners where the racing lines are a little bit, they're just different corners to what you usually expect. Now obviously so far we are doing quite a good lap time because I'm on massively low fuel to what I'm used to around here, so obviously the car's a lot lighter. Really I want to be getting into the 2 minutes at least in terms of lap time. This is top split, but I'm a very low car number in top split, so we'll see. Oh, I went a bit slow around there. I went into first gear. I meant to stay in second, but I was going too slowly. I think this corner here is the only one that I've nailed the racing line for. There. And even that wasn't particularly good. All the other laps I've done are rubbish. All the other corners, they are... There's just some weird ones like this, do you hop over the curb a little bit, or what? And then you can extend this quite a lot. The one good thing about Sebring... Oh, come on. I was just about to say, the one good thing about Sebring is that there's not a lot of grassy areas, so it's quite difficult to get an off track. But then as soon as I said that, I got an off track. And that's something that I again, I'm sure you can get much quicker than third gear through here. However, that's the one, you know, that kind of speed is the speed that I found to stick to the wall easiest and you get the best exit. So that lap was a 1.4, but it was invalidated, so we have to be really careful now on this lap. I know you can go quicker through here. I just don't want to end up off track that time, but also I just don't understand the quickest line through half of these corners. Oh, car got a bit loose through that corner, that's ruined it. No, no, oh, that's a shame. Well, there we go.
This lap.
Oh dear. Well, we've ruined both our quali laps. I don't know how quick we would have been in this split anyway, to be honest. We are a very low car number. This is top split, there's some drivers in here. Particularly car number 1 is a streamer and he's very good. He has over 7,000 iRacing, so I don't think we're going to be doing well in this race anytime soon anyway. I'm just going to finish this lap anyway, even though it'll be invalidated, just so I can get the safety rating, since I've already got 2 incidents. Honestly, trust me, I say, oh, you can never get off tracks around Sebring, and I managed to get 2 within 2 laps, and ruined my qualifying now. Starting from the back isn't necessarily the worst thing. I probably would have started at the back anyway, so... I reckon the absolute best I could have done would be a 2-minute.
The leader has just done a 1:58.70.
And as you can just hear from that best time, that ain't very good. So what we'll do, we'll just put it into the pit so I can see where my pit lane entry box is, and then we'll leave it. Yeah, I really don't understand it. It's going to be a bit of a boring race, this one, to be honest. I just do not have any pace around here. Don't quite know why. So it's probably the weird racing lines. But anyway, into the pits we go. I've turned on the featuring crew chief.
Speed limit in the pits. Box in 260 metres.
So I've turned on the featuring crew chief that tells you how far away your pit
100 metres. 50 metres.
I wanted him to do it in numbers, but he hasn't. Never mind. So you can see there, even if I'd set my absolute best so far is a 1.5. That qualifying lap that got invalidated was a 1.4. So even if I'd done a 1.4, I reckon I could have improved on that a little bit. But even if we'd done that, we basically would have been last anyway, apart from somebody who's doing a 2-minute 3, which isn't great. But yeah, really, we want to be in the 1:59 if we were going to be competitive here, at least the 2 minutes. I mean, this split isn't actually a lot to go off, because it's such a high-level split. I mean, look at that. Division 1 basically means that you are up there with the quickest. Anybody who's Division 1 is very quick. I think the top 4 cars all have above, like, 5,000 iRating, so, you know, obviously I'm car 21, so I'm basically at the back. So we'll be aiming for like a top 15 here to gain iRating, I suppose. Although I don't think we'll be anywhere close to that, to be honest. Looks like there's 3 people. Oh, there you go. So a few people haven't qualified, including me. Well, technically I did qualify. I got incident points. Right, 60 litres in the tank. Yes. Apply. Done. And go. And you can see, I don't know how many McLarens are going to be in this race, but I suspect a lot. We've got a McLaren bit further up the grid there, so that's going to prove in maybe that the McLaren. I don't know what the highest placed Audi is going to be. We'll see. The Audi is the second quickest car around here, though. I'm pretty sure. Although I think the Ferrari is also very quick around here as well. So I don't know 100%. It does seem like, but yeah, whatever it is, the McLaren's the strongest car around here. Right, 60 litres fuel. Who's next to me? I can't actually see what car they're driving. Never mind. Yeah, 60 litres. We'll probably be adding around about 28 litres in the pit stop, something like that, I suspect. I don't know. To be honest, the aim for this race is just going to be survive. I accidentally hit my keyboard again, my mistake. Yeah, I've just need to have a bit of a fun race here. You know, maybe there can be some carnage at the start that we somehow avoid. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think we're not competitive here on pace. I think I'd just like to try and survive this race and not get many incident points. After I lost my A-class license, I have actually built the safety rating back up a ton. It's all the way up to B3.7 now. Partially thanks to that NASCAR iRacing Series race I did. I only got 3 incidents in that, so I gained 0.77 safety rating. Lots of safety rating.
The track temp is 23 Celsius. The air temp is 22 Celsius.
Okay, it does actually look like there's quite a few Audis in here. Is that car behind me a Ford GT?
Follow car number 23 in the right column.
It is. Literally nobody races the Ford GT. That's mad. It's very rare, the Ford GT. But there we go. I guess someone thought it was worth a go. And the car next to me is a Lamborghini. Okay. Full pace lap round here, so it will take a bit of time. It is one of those tracks where you do the full pace lap, but it's a really long lap, so it takes a while. Right, looking ahead, it does look as though there's quite a lot of McLarens up at the front. I can only see 2 Ferraris, so not a lot of Ferraris. There's a BMW somewhere up there as well. Pretty good mix, really. No one in the Merc, as always. No one drives that car. I mean, generally nobody drives the Ford GT either. I think that's actually a fake GT3 car. I don't think there is a Ford GT3 in real life, but so that's why a lot of people don't drive it. But I don't know how quick the Ford is. I'm not going to ever drive it.
We need to catch up to car number 23.
Right, warm the tyres up a little bit. Turn 1 round here, the car does want to spin sometimes, so we're just going to try and get through this race without spinning. Definitely. A good aim to have. It's always a good aim to have. Right, there's 24 people in this race, remember, so it's actually not a very busy VRS race. It's usually close to 28, 29. I think there's only 2 or 3 splits at this time of day. I think it was maybe 3 splits. I don't know. Because obviously with my iRacing, I am right on that kind of boundary of either being in split 2 or split 1, depending on... It depends on the time of day. In the morning, I'm generally split 1. In the afternoon, probably split 2. And then in the evening, split 3. Because obviously as it starts to get busier and busier, you have to have a higher and higher iRacing to meet top split. Long pace lap, ain't it? We've already used like 2 litres of fuel just doing the pace lap. It's crazy. And then now this is the boring bit of the pace lap where we're just on this, it's a pretty long straight actually. Even longer when you're doing 100 kilometres an hour rather than 250. Oh, there you go, the get ready message has come up, so we'll be going green anytime soon. I'm just going to sit back a little bit, I think. Because I think Chaos is probably going to ensue on turn 1, so...
Green, green, green.
There you go, they've gone. I didn't actually predict that very well, so I lost a bit of time on the getaway. And braking very early here. Everyone's made it through okay though, I think everyone's safe. Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
There's an incident in Christensen.
Are you actually joking me? Yep, thank you Lamborghini.
Well done Morgan, good start. There's an incident in turn 1. Yellow flag, caution.
Thank you Lamborghini, that was nice and intelligent. Honestly, what was that? I mean, it was really light content, so I only got the 1 incident point. Oh, there's a car going off, spinning to the side, that's someone else off. this... Oh, maybe I dodged something very bad here. Whoa, Pablo in car 1 is all the way back here now. Wow, that'll be a big loss of iRacing if he finishes down here. Yeah, only the one incident point and no damage. I managed to keep that cool. Yeah, that was pretty appalling driving, to be honest. I'm not very happy with him about that, but never mind. And then he literally just... I started braking early because the car ahead of me was braking early, and he just decided not to brake early and just ran into the back of me. So, there we go. In the end, I think we actually have maintained position because we started so far near the pack. Although it does mean we're not up with the main pack now, so it'll be difficult to gain time. Oh, I'm rubbish. It's really understeered me through there. I don't know why. Right, the car behind has damage, but he's catching it anyway. Honestly, what does that say? I have no pace round here. Yeah, that's a great line through there. That's the line I want to do, I think. Right, where are we? We started P22. We're actually
Okay,
P20.
Morgan, come on, stay focused.
My word.
Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. 20th place.
So obviously the start of this race wasn't that clean then, because I got spun out and managed to still gain 2 positions. I would be okay with P20. And there's probably going to be some more chaos before this race is over, so... Obviously, the benefit of this, one thing I haven't actually mentioned, if I can get above B 4.0, I'll get A-class in this race. And if I can do that, that'll be worth losing my rating. So, maybe we should think about that. Because if I get my A licence back straight away, rather than have to wait to the end of the season, even though it's only 2 weeks, that could be really good. Getting A-class doesn't actually give you any benefits really, because of how it is with A-class on iRacing. There's not really a lot of series that you can do, apart from the European Sprint Series.
Agenda VM. Looks like it's wood. Yellow flag.
Oh,
Watch
hang
out.
a minute! That's the Lamborghini that punted us earlier. That's interesting.
The next car is wood.
Right, I'm going after him. Right, that guy behind us is caught back up as well. Okay, so that's the Lamborghini that decided to
The leader
punt
has just done a
us.
159.00.
Obviously, I'm not going to do revenge, because that will just get me banned and ruin my race. But I think it would be nice to pass him. That is for certain. Tried to kill us then. That was not good. Right, I'm going to let this guy go. Yeah, the Audi just tried to kill us then. Wow. I thought I was in the wall then, all going to spin round, but luckily I managed to avoid either of those things, and I did it while getting 0 incident points, so I'll take that. Right, so we're P21 out of 24, so that's not too bad. What I'm going to do now is just try and learn Sebring, and if I can catch up to P90 and pass him, because I think I might have better pace than him, or at least equal pace with him. So it would be nice if I could aim for him, obviously. Maybe car 16 ahead here could crash.
The gap in front is increased to 0.7.
That would be handy. racing lines around Sebring by following him. Wait, is it Sebring or Sebring? I honestly don't know how you pronounce it. Oh, come on. How is that a slowdown? Are you kidding me? Alright.
You need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
You're allowed to cut that curve. I guess you're just not allowed to cut it that much. I'm using a bit of brake down the... you may as well use it to fuel save as well. That's a great use of the slowdown. The thing is, it means that guy's draft now. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, you can do some good fuel saving. Oh, we've got some crashing going on, is it? By the sounds of that.
21st.
I'm rubbish at this corner. I'm just taking it far too easily now. Right, whatever thing there was, I did see somebody who was further down the order. It said P5 on their name, but I think they've recovered now. Yeah, I'm just going to try and set some good laps here now. Yeah, the guy who was in P5, I don't know where he is now. Ignore that now, I think. And we'll try and set some good laps. Unfortunately, that slowdown does not help my pursuit of P19 very much.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 1.2 seconds.
To be honest, I'm just really lucky I didn't get any incident, but I only got one incident for that crash. It could have been 4, so that was really lucky. It's because it wasn't much of a hit, it was just enough to send the Audi spinning. I've got to remember then,
there's an incident in Le Mans. It looks like wood. They'll have to give you
hang a minute. No, I shouldn't laugh, but ha. You know Nelson from The Simpsons, that laugh. That thing, that laugh, right there. Right. Well, that's nice, we're up to P20 then. Actually, I think we might have gained a bit more, actually. I think we're up to P19. I think that guy who crashed off, he must have not recovered.
P19.
Well, that's nice, P19. This place is crazy. It's actually really difficult. I mean, there's the 12 hours of Sebring that iRacing runs. Honestly, I would not fancy that. I used the wrong braking marker.
Okay, Morgan, we think our refueling window will open after 17 minutes and closes after 29 minutes.
That wasn't good. I used the third cone as the braking marker when it should be the fourth cone. It's third cone here. I don't like tracks like this that use cones for braking markers, because not only can they be like knocked over easily, but every corner's braking markers look exactly the same. I think if I wasn't spun out, I don't think that spin made a difference in the end, because obviously I probably would have been ahead of car number 16 if I hadn't been spun round. Oh, hang a minute, someone else has just disconnected.
The gap to wood behind is now 5.8 seconds.
The gap to that Lamborghini behind was pretty static at around 6 seconds, so... I'd like to keep that gap if I can. I'm going to start getting some tidy laps in now, that's what I'll start doing. These have been really slow laps because I've had either mistakes or the car overtaking me or the Audi trying to kill me. Is this first corner? I've worked out the last corner, I've got it right now, but this first corner I still haven't got right. weren't great. Oh, that definitely weren't great. Oh, that's not
Alright,
good.
Morgan, gone out of track limits. Keep between the lines.
I tried to go on the power a bit too soon there. Right, car 19 is actually closing in on me. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. I must stop making mistakes.
We estimate 18 minutes of fuel left. 4 litres per lap. We'll need to add 25 litres to reach the end.
Yeah, if I do good laps, I'm quicker than that Lamborghini behind. I just need to do good laps. Oi! And he tried to kill us then. Luckily, that wasn't actually too much of a slowdown,
You'll need to give back the time gained.
which is good. Although, it's good enough for that Lamborghini to catch up with us again. Not great this race, is it? Car 1 is pitted. I suspect he's pitting early because instead of trying to get through traffic, pit early and then undercut it. It's a strategy there. Right, come on. There's still a good lap. That was a terrible lap also. They go, be a bit more brave through there. There we go. That's good. I mean, it's still not excellent, but it's getting there. And then through here, just stay off the power, and go. There we go. That's what I have trouble with in GT3s. It's actually quicker if you spend less time on the power in the middle of corners. Yeah, but you always think get on the power early is quicker, but it's not. It's slower. Oh, there you go, we were good through there. Gained 2 tenths on our best lap through there. I think we're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm now. But yeah, this is the first track where I have felt, because obviously when I bought the Audi, I did have a concern that it would try to kill me all the time, because everybody said, oh, it tries to kill you. On the iRacing wiki, it's ranked as advanced, when all of the other GT3s are marked as club level difficulty. And I've never felt it tried to kill me, but I think at this track, it's getting there. Oh, that was good through there. We've had a really good lap this time, look, so the gap behind has gone up by almost a second. We need to keep doing laps like that. Go wide here, cut in. I think I've finally got the hang of that last corner. Again, maybe not the best line in the world, but it'll do. Obviously, we'll have gained a few positions now, which has been repeating.
18th. That lap time was 2:01.92. Okay, Morgan, you've used half your fuel.
Yeah, this car actually feels really nice now. It's starting to... I don't know whether the tyres have warmed up or... This is good. I think we actually might be catching P17 a little bit as well. I don't know. We've now got a new car right behind us. They've just come out of pits. So... line is now going up
The gap
again.
behind has
That's
now
what we want.
decreased to 2.7. They're faster than us into Christensen.
I don't even know the corner names for Sebring, so it's pretty useless what crew chief tells me. Oh, it's understeering a bit through that corner. It was not understeering like that in the previous race. I don't know whether iRacing simulates it or whether we got a bit of grass stuck maybe in the aerodynamics of the car when we went off on that first lap. I don't know whether iRacing simulates that. Maybe it was slightly ruin the aerodynamics in some corners that really relied on them. I don't know. Oh, hang a minute. There's a guy who was in P16 who we're now lapping. So because we're lapping him, that's actually a genuine position, and it's not because of a pit stop. That's nice. Okay, it seems our race pace is in the 202s, which is bad. Obviously, overall race pace will shift towards the more 2 minute mark as you go on. It seems like tyre degradation here at Sebring is actually a thing in over 40 minutes, and it doesn't affect a lot of tracks quite so much in VRS because it's only a 40-minute, but maybe tyres around here are a bit more crucial, I don't know. Obviously, you still don't take them in the pit stop. In VRS, you never take tyres ever because it takes 30 seconds, and the final stint is usually about 10 minutes long.
We think about 11 minutes of fuel remaining, 4 litres per lap. We estimate we're going to need to add 25 litres to get to the end.
Behind us that are looking to get by. Whee, that was close. Car didn't feel so nice around there. Right, car number 11 is now really closing us down. He's already pitted, so we will just let him go, I think. There's no point fighting somebody who's already pitted. They're obviously a lot faster than me. I bet they're thinking, who is this moron who is going this slowly in this corner? There you go. We'll let him go now.
He's on your left side. He's still there. Left side's clear.
We quali paced every lap now, mate. There might still be chances here. He's 17. Come on, Morgan. Don't panic. We'll get him back.
And now we can get the draft as well. That's one of the key things. Obviously earlier we had the chance to get the draft, and then I ruined it by getting that slow down. Because it also helps teach me what lines I should be running, which is really useful. Right, car number 1 is also catching us now. He's rapid, isn't he? He's really quick. I mean, like, he started at the front, got wrecked, has made his way back through the field, pitted, and then is now making his way back through the field again.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
It'd be nice to be that quick in sim racing, wouldn't it? They're the people who have those 7,000, 8,000 ride ratings. And they are just OP. They are just really quick. There's not many of them. There's only
We're looking alright here.
14, 15
Concentration,
maybe.
nice and smooth. 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. Okay, Morgan, we're halfway home.
Right, halfway through. How was that not a slowdown for that other
The
one
gap
I
in
got
front has
once?
increased, it's now about 0.8.
Right, the gap to car 19 is still 4 seconds, so it's staying pretty static now. This lap's actually been quite good for me because I've been able to draft off that guy.
Aruju is reeling you in. The gap's
There he
now
is.
0.6.
Yeah, that was a
The criminals entering
201.9.
Christensen.
I don't know which corner Christensen is, but whichever corner corner it is, everybody seems to be faster than me in that corner.
Right side. Right's clear.
There you go, let him go.
Come on, don't let him get away.
They take a much wider line through there so they can get a better exit. I need to learn that. Now, I'm down to P18, and I still want to fight for that Lamborghini position. However, that was rubbish through there, so he's caught me back up. That's the thing with VRS though, I mean, in all season iRacing, if you're really slow around a particular track, even if you've been punted off, you can sometimes still have a good battle with somebody. You know, I mean, obviously they're 3 seconds away, so it's not a physical battle, it's more try and set better lap times, but, you know, because obviously Lucas had issues, although to be honest, the guy behind me, he's the cause of my issues. So, you know, so I waited a bit longer to get on the power and get a really good exit doing that. Really good through there that time.
Alright, Morgan, there's a car exiting the pit, heads up.
I'm beginning to learn that track a little bit, that corner a little bit more. It's just this one.
P18, come on man, this is disappointing. There's decent pace in this car.
Is there? not with me, it isn't, crew chief. Oh, these two are fighting up red. Up red, what's this? They go really good line through there, so that's the line they were taking. And you get a much better exit doing that. So even with slightly warm tyres, we're actually going a lot better. So yeah, someone who's pitted up here, look. Trying to battle with the position, which probably isn't very wise. If if you see car 1 behind you, generally the best idea, unless they are genuinely there and they haven't had any issues, is just to let them by. But they're probably so quick, it's just going to hold both of you up. If you try to defend a position that is pretty defendable. Obviously defending does cost you time.
Yeah, so lane ahead is now 2.4.
Unless it's maybe like the last lap. Maybe if it's the last lap, there's an exception. This lap's been really good for me actually. We're up 2/10 on our best. Which is nice. I think I am beginning to learn Sebring now. You know, the way I tend to work with iRacing tracks, I need to do a race in them to get good. Practice isn't always enough. I need a physical race where I'm pushing and trying to catch people and all the rest of it. Right.
Should be about 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 4 litres per lap. We will need to add 25 litres to get to the end.
So yeah, we're going to pit next lap. That warning light on the dash means 10 litres. The fuel pressure low, that means 10 litres. There you go, that was a really good lap, that one. We're up just over 2/10 on our previous best. 2 minute 1.6.
Okay, Morgan, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Although for most that's terrible that time. I think it's okay. Oh, what's happened to this guy? They're in P15. They've had issues though.
Right side. Right's clear. Good job.
The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 0.5. Quicker than you entering Christensen.
Wasted a bit of time that, trying to avoid it.
We estimate 3 minutes of fuel remaining. 4 litres per lap. We think we'll need to add 25 litres to get to the end of the race.
I don't think I'm braking too early for that corner though. I really don't think we am. Yeah, this guy being in this position is not really what I wanted. I think he's braking way later than me as well, so he's...
Hold your nerve. Make them do the work.
Your braking meter isn't always quicker. I think his braking meter is quicker. He's going to want the way past, obviously. I'm pitting this lap anyway, though. Going to get a better run than me off to the straight, so... Oh, he isn't. Okay. Well, I'm pitting him this lap anyway. I'll let him know.
Coming up on your...
Okay, if he's going to go for a move there.
Clear right.
I wouldn't have done that. But okay.
Don't let him get away.
I think I broke a bit too early
The
there.
main speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour.
28 litres,
Pulling you to the end.
He's putting in 28 litres, let's go 1 litre extra there.
100 meters. 50 meters.
There we go. Right, fueling up. P17 at the moment, apparently. Although that was actually that one position. No, actually, no, it wasn't that one position I gained. Right, we're out of the pits.
All clear on pit exit.
And away we go. I think the Lamborghini behind may have gained a bit of time there. Although he's taking it really cautiously on pit exit, so that's given us some of that time back. Imagine if I get lapped at Sebring, that would not be good. So I saw the leaders were quite close. But it's a 2-minute long track, so we're probably not going to get lapped. I mean, yeah, we only have 12 minutes left, so I don't think we're going to be lapped. P17 at the moment, I think, so I'd be pretty happy at P17 if we don't get it lapped. The pins on my wheel keep popping up a little bit, it's annoying. And yeah, so for this second half of the race, the objective is basically just going to be try and keep car 19 behind us. Okay, I don't know what's happening. That pin on my wheel keeps going up. Alright, we'll just leave that. As long as it doesn't mean the wheel is about to pop off the desk. Don't want that. It feels secure on the desk. Okay, it's not staying on. Alright, I'll just leave it like that then. Never mind. I'm starting to get the hang of that corner now. I'm getting a better exit out of it. Really starting to get the hang of it. So it's all it takes for me. I just take a little bit. I take an actual race to properly warm up. Now my plan is to start doing some AI racing on iRacing to get the hang of a track. But sadly at the moment GT3 isn't supported by the AI. The only GT3 car is the Porsche at 911 car, which is a bit different. It's technically a GT3, but it's
P17.
it doesn't have as many assists. It takes part in its own series rather than VRS. So hopefully they do bring it, and obviously there's a new season coming quite soon, so maybe that's a good time to bring it in, I don't know. That was terrible through that racing line, that was shocking.
Okay, Morgan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Oh, the gap behind's still about 3 seconds, so not too bad. And we're P17, so out of 24, remember. So it's actually quite good, considering we're kind of 21 as well. I don't think it's quite enough to gain my rating, but I don't think we'll lose much. So he's the last. It's like
Gap to Wood behind us now, 2.8 seconds. Should be about 13 minutes. minutes of fuel left. 4.5 litres per lap.
Didn't get the best exit out
The track
there.
temp's increasing. It's now 26 Celsius.
Gap behind is still 3 seconds, so we're pretty even, me and Carl at 19. That was a good exit out there, though. As I've started to really get the hang of that last corner. It's just this corner here now.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
So the reason I have issues with this corner is you can't actually see the corner exit when you enter the corner. So you just got to kind of hope. You have to kind of guess where the apex is. Because obviously if you go slightly to the right, you're in the grass, which isn't good. And if you slightly to the left, it's a concrete wall. So yeah, it's not an easy corner. Is actually catching very slowly. Although in this section of the track I think I'm quicker than him. It seems to balance out. To the greatest lines through there though. Wide there, that's not good. That's not good at all. Although weirdly the gap behind is still 2.5 seconds. It's just stayed the same. There's only 6.5 minutes left. Pretty good through there. Quite a good exit.
Gap to Wood behind is now 2.5.
I think I was really good through there. Went a bit wider so I could try and see the exit of the corner a bit sooner. The thing is, as you carry more speed through that corner, you then need to brake earlier for that corner. I don't predict it. So I ruined that corner. Well, it wasn't too bad through there. I'm pushing absolutely as hard as I can, and it still isn't that quick. It's unbelievable.
There's an incident in Tower. We think it might be Adams.
Car 20 there is off. I don't know, it depends on whether... I mean, it looks like they've got going again. Obviously, it depends on if they're on their roof or something, they need to tow, but sadly not. That's not going to be a freebie.
Alright Morgan, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
But this lap has been pretty decent. So I'm happy with that.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Bail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can.
It's about 20 laps this race, so yeah, we are closing in on the ends now. We've got a really good exit hour there, look at that. So it's slowly but surely I am beginning to kind of learn Sebring. It just takes a lot of time. And this is the only race we're going to do this week around here. Anyway, it's Monday, remember, so new week in VRS next week. Yeah, that lap was amazing, look at that. 2.5 tenths better than my best. And that is a 1.4.
That lap time was 2:01.44. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
That's equal to my qualifying time, but on warm tyres. messed up the exit of that corner though, because I just gained a whole tenth of a second there. I'm actually catching car 20 slightly as well, I think. It's amazing how much of that you can cut without getting off track. I didn't think you could actually cut that much of it, but you can. Broke a bit too early there. Although braking early does give you a bit of a better exit, so that's kind of nice. Really good through there. Gap's now 3.5 seconds behind, so I'm beginning to learn the track now and I'm beginning to get up to speed finally, meaning I'm pulling away from that Lamborghini behind us. It's only taken, 35 minutes. Right, not this one, but the one after will probably be the last lap. Oh, bit of kind of slightly understeeriness there. Not so good. And I blinked out briefly.
The gap to Wood behind is increasing. It's now 3.9 seconds.
Oh, it's 1.7, so not bad. I need to have the confidence to get on the power there. I need to brake slightly earlier here.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, that was close. Car tried to kill me there. Although we did get a really good exit because of that, so, Yeah, these GT3s can be probably on edge sometimes. Even with all those driving assists. There's no stability control though, so that can still get you. I cut that a bit much then and got a slow down, but we're okay. Obviously, a slow down would be the last thing we want now. Gap behind is now 5 seconds, so we've really pulled out this. In fact, the gap to the leader has stayed very similar, so I think my pace around here is starting to show. Obviously, I'm on warm tyres now, so I can't really compare my lap times to the start.
Okay, Morgan, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Even time splits, people's lap times do really drop off.
Last lap.
As you get towards the end, I've seen it happen. Like, even the really quick guys start going from 158s down to mid 159s in 2 minutes. I'm only in 201, so I'm still not quite there, but still ain't too bad. Right, the leaders have actually finished their race now, so obviously I've got to I'll just get through this lap.
You have 2 incidents.
And yeah, only 2 incident points in this one, so really positive that, really nice. I mean, really, in the end, I think that slight shove right at the beginning didn't really affect our race that badly. It just meant I was slightly further back than maybe I'd want to be from the rest of the pack. Because it cost me about 11 seconds.
Cunningham, it looks like Wood.
Oh, the Lamborghini behind us has gone off. Well, there we go. So in the end, it doesn't even matter. The gap has stretched a little bit now. It was 3 seconds, but it's 10
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
And yeah, we come through for P17 in the end, ahead of cars 3, 6, 9 and 8, all really high rating Division 1 drivers, and we're finishing ahead
There's an
of
incident
them
in turn 1.
because of
You think it might be
incidents we've had.
Adams?
Well done to everyone.
And that's really positive, because that means we've gained some extra time. So across the line we go. It's going to be
Well done.
P17. There we go.
17th place. There's the checkered flag.
Good race, everyone. There we go. There we go. Just put up on the side. Not bad. P17. I'll take that, to be honest. I said if we hadn't had that spin at the start, 12 seconds, that cost us roughly. Maybe we could have been maybe up as far as P16. Maybe we were a little bit off the pace, weren't we? But not last. I think that honour goes to P18, last of the runners, and then obviously all the people who had issues. But to finish ahead of cars 3, 6, 9, and 8, really good. That I think they're all Division 1 drivers. So really good that we beat them, because that means they have a really high rating. We've taken a lot of rating off them. Honestly, Pablo has recovered to P6. I mean, that's the thing. It just shows how alien those people are. I mean, he span out on the first lap, went to the back, made his way through the field, which slows him down. Pit had to make his way through the field again, which slows him down, and still finishes P6. Absolutely insane. It would be nice to be that quick, wouldn't it? But never mind. Anyway, that was really fun, gotta say. Even though we got punted a little bit, I think 2 incident points as well are a bit disappointing. Not quite enough to get that A-class licence, but very close. Maybe if we had 1 incident point, I don't even think we could have done it then. It's probably the incident points in qualifying that did it for us there. However, I don't mind. It's a gain of safety rating. And we only lost 8 I rating, so I'll take 8 I rating. That doesn't matter. You can see, really, in terms of best lap times, we should really be in the mid 2 minutes. So, you know, I'm a little bit off the pace, but not too bad, to be honest. Obviously, you can see all these guys losing massive amounts of I rating, 111, 107, 80, 80. That's where all of that pace, you know, that's where all those gains of I rating come from for me. Meaning that even though basically everybody finished ahead of me, we still end up being okay. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, considering we the B-class license. I mean, strength of field 3.3k. It's very very high strength of field for this time of day in VRS. You can see there was 3 splits. I would have been competitive in split 2. That's a good sign. That's kind of my aim, really. I want to always be competitive in at least 1 split below me. If I was slow in a race, if it's multiple splits, that's where it starts getting a bit bad. But you can see that best lap of a 1.4. I mean, the best way is to compare your average lap time. So a 5.3. Remember, that does include the spin and whatever, because iRacing's average lap count, as you can probably tell by these people, you know, it's not actually that accurate. It can sometimes, like this person did a 204.4, but somehow ended up being further back. But would be in the top half of split 2 at least, and probably a bit further than that. If I'd done a 2-minute 1.4, we probably would have qualified about P10, P11. So, and that's what I want, really. I want to be at least competitive, because that means I'm at least. Well, what was the smallest I rating in that field? Oh, there's only 24 cars in it, so yeah, 1600 I rating, or above, and you know, but that was a really difficult one. 3.3k strength of field. I mean, the same person led from start to finish, so. And you can see McLaren, Audi. But yeah, the top 3, all McLarens. Then you got an Audi, and then maybe a McLaren or a Ferrari. I can't tell. I think that's a Ferrari, Audi, Ferrari, McLaren. So it doesn't, unlike usual where the Audi is the quickest car. It seems like the McLaren here this week is, I mean, none of the other cars were really in those 59s, those very low 59s. It only seems to be possible if you're in a McLaren. Nobody else was doing those low 59s, so it's a bit disappointing that with iRacing. It's the way they do their BOP. They actually gave the McLaren a BOP boost last week as well. They made its fuel consumption lower, which makes it OP in the pit stops now as well, so everybody's using the McLaren. It's so dumb. It's the way, honestly, in real life, BOP is generally done with weight and power. But in iRacing, they choose to, like, change aero and change, you know, like, fuel consumption and weird stuff like that. It's just dumb. But I guess that's how iRacing chooses to do BOP, so we can't really do anything about it. Anyway, hope everyone really enjoyed this one. You know, not a lot of iRacing has been on the channel this week, really. Also, if you want some flight simming on the channel, I haven't really got time to stream a lot of the time, because my Saturday morning slot that I used to kind of do flight simming, I've started doing the NASCAR iRacing series, although I won't be able to do every week of that. That's one thing I've got to remember. I mean, if you look at the NASCAR iRacing fix, I can do week 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm probably going to buy Bristol Motor Speed, but that's the Dirt Bristol race. It doesn't say it yet, but they are apparently going to release Bristol Dirt onto iRacing by the end of March, because the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series that they've got, with all the real life NASCAR drivers and whatever, that's going to Bristol Dirt around that time in March as well. So it'll be Bristol, Dirt. I'll probably do that. So week 6 and 7. I'm probably going to buy Talladega, so week 10. Probably do week 12 because I'm thinking of buying Darlington. None of these I haven't actually bought. 14, I don't own that yet. I can do 15. Could do 19, 20, 22. So it's quite spread out the weeks I can do. 25. Can't do every week. Far from it, but you know, hopefully I can do most weeks. There's a couple of drop weeks in there as well. So maybe we'll do some flight simming on those Saturday mornings. But other than that, the main point of it is, do you guys want me to do flight sim videos, basically, like the sort of thing that some YouTubers, like maybe Matt Davis or something, used to do a few years ago? He did, like, you know, like introduced to a flight, not from a stream, I mean literally a video. So welcome to the flight, and then you get maybe like a widget or like a little graphic on screen saying we're going here, here's our route, whatever, and then you know, see the takeoff, a montage of crews, you see landing, but it's not the full flight, so it ends up being like a 40-minute video. So, I mean, it would require a bit of editing from me, but I wouldn't mind that. So if anyone wants to see that, maybe I'll put it in my community page. I've heard that's a good way to gain subs on YouTube as well. There's like a bug in the YouTuber subscriber algorithm or something that allows you to put like keywords in a community post to get subs. Maybe we'll try that, see if it works. I have no idea if it does actually work. Anyway, hope everyone really enjoyed this one. Hope to see you in the next one, and bye-bye!